Welcome, I'm Colin Daniel from riffninja.com, and this is lesson number 2 in a series of vertical riff in the key of A minor using the B string. And in the last lesson, I showed you the scale and showed you how to move it around, the hammer-on and the drone. And you should be pretty well versed with that by now, using the jam track, which you can find at riffninja.com/rifftricks. And now I'm going to add a few more things to it and talk to you about other things that you can use, other ideas, other approaches. I talked about the pentatonic and the diatonic, and we're also going to finish with a little solo, a 6-bar solo. So the first thing I want to mention is that this idea with the hammer-on, you could skip the hammer-ons and you could just use it together. So there's melodic and harmonic. This is more melodic because you're picking note after note, like you're not picking them together. Whereas harmonic, and you could actually apply the scale with the E drone, you know. In a pentatonic or diatonic minor, you could apply it more harmonic than melodic, meaning more you strike the string. Still using the same notes, I'm just not hammering the B string anymore. Before we had a group of 3 notes, like, you know, pick, hammer, pick, right? Now it's just 2 notes played together, harmonically. So just for fun, we'll run the track and I'll just show you what it sounds like, and then you can also have some fun with that idea, and it'll prime you up for the solo. So there's a group using pentatonic and diatonic in harmonic and melodic minor. Okay, and that's just a little bonus, a little extra. Now, if I didn't tab any of that out, because I didn't feel like it was the main idea in this lesson. But here, you'll see that I've got a tab written out for it at the bottom. And we're going to do a thing called switchbacks, groups of 3 switchbacks. What we're going to do is we're going to descend. And if you take a look, we descend from the 15th fret. So we pick, hammer, ring on the 15th fret. Then we go down to the 13th, pick, hammer, ring, and then the 12th, pick, hammer, ring. So that's our 3 group right there. Now we're going to, once we've done our first 3 group descending, we're going to go up 1 note in the scale and start again and descend another 3. So now it's going to be from the 13th fret to the 12th to the 10th. Then we're going to go up again. Start on the 12th. 10th and then 8th. Now we're going to go up 1 note, start on the 10th. There's our dissonant minor 2nd harmony. Now we're going to go up 1, starting at the 8th fret, 6th fret, and 5th fret. And now we're going to go up to the 6th fret, start there, and do another descending 3 notes. Then we're going to go again, start on the 5th fret, move 1, back up 1, right? Next group of 3 notes, then our last group. And you'll notice I've got them bracketed out in the tab for you so you can see that they overlap the bar line, right? But in the end, we have a complete riff that goes from the 15th fret all the way to open. And so now I'm just going to demo that for you, okay? so we're going to learn now how to join two scale positions with this switchback idea. And I've got a 6-bar solo that I've worked out for you using this jam track. And the first thing I want to do is go through the scales and show you what scales I'm going to use. I'm going to use just a little bit of the scale, not a huge amount, but you could actually use quite a bit of the scale. I'm going to take a little bit out of this, A diatonic minor, and that's a root 6 position, meaning the tonic or the scale note starts, the scale tonic note starts on the 6th string, right? So you need to know that scale and the A pentatonic scale. And now I'm going to also use the root 5 A diatonic. That means the A note, 12th fret, 5th string. And we're going to play the same notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? And we can also use the pentatonic, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G. And we need to know the two riffs. We're going to join with two riffs. And the first riff, you have two options depending on your ability level. I like to start this riff 1/4 beat after the progression starts, but I've got two options. The first option, they're both the same riff, just they start at a different point and you have a little more time to shift position. But we're going to start a switchback on the 15th fret, so this is not outside of it very much. It's just to give you a little more thinking room or to have just a slightly different feel. What we're going to do is a one-tone bend. And you just want to let those two notes ring out. That's all we're going to do, right? So if you were going to do it right from the very first beat of the bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we're going to do the same riff, we have less time at the end to let our end note in the riff, which is the octave A tonic note, which is your best bet when you're going to do a solo. If you're in the key of A minor, focus on the A note. That is a guaranteed no-brainer. So now we're going to start it on the second beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And right after that, we can't hang on to the note, the A anymore. We have to go to our switchback. And our switchback's going to go like this. So that's our first 3-note group. Then we're going to go up to the 13th fret. This is our second 3-note group, and we're just going to do 2 more notes after that. And from there, I want to go to the A minor scale down here. And the riff we're going to play for that is, because we're going to let the last note ring out a bit, it's going to give you time mentally to get to that position. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And now, hang on to it for 1 extra beat, and then we do this. And that finishes our riff, our solo. What did I do there? Stretch the 3rd string a whole step. Let it come back, go to the 5th fret, 3rd string, hammer back up to the 7th. So now if you were really fast, you might be able to double it. And I'll talk about a few variations just to give you an idea and an outline. You can definitely embellish it more. I've left room here because I don't know exactly what level you're at, and I wanted to help you out and get you into a better level. So now that that's clear, we need to learn how to do this over the loop. there's your solo riff to work on. You see how we join the two scales. And now for some fun, I'm going to go off the deep end and use the same idea, that group of notes from the 15th fret to the 8th fret. And I'm going to join my scales and play a few different riffs. And no, I didn't tab this out for you. It's just to give you some more ideas, okay? So I could spend a lot of time on this idea, and you can have a lot of fun with it, but you can see how I'm using it to ascend or descend and join the scales. And this is just a glimpse of what I've got happening in one of my courses, Guitar Tricks. And if you'd like to check that out, and you want to learn some more like this, and you like this lesson, why don't you come and check it out at riffninja.com/rifftricks. Okay, we'll see you in the next lesson.